New Zealand's Prime Minister Chris Hipkins has toured the North Island's east coast, where farmers have lost tens of millions of dollars in crops. Cyclone Gabrielle is on par as the country's costliest natural disaster, as the ongoing clean-up reveals the true extent of the damage.
For thousands of Kiwis in the North Island's east coast, the worst of Cyclone Gabrielle is far from over.
This kiwi fruit? Kiwi fruit.
Ratahi Cross has had an entire kiwi orchard wiped out by silt after flash flooding.
It's mind-boggling, but we're here for the long haul. That sounds like a cliche, but it's true.
Prime Minister Chris Hipkins toured the orchard, assessing its $30 million loss.
The reality is it's going to take a lot of money, and I really do suffer for our Prime Minister, because unfortunately he has to find it.
For many of them, they put their heart and soul into their annual growing.
Many farmers in Hawke's Bay don't have insurance for their crops. Officials are assessing which, if any, can still be harvested and at what cost.
There's a lot of work to do ahead.
I've never seen this in my life, and I lived through Bowler, and Bowler was nothing like this.
Cyclone Bowler resulted in up to $133 million in damages in 1988. The New Zealand government predicts the cost of Cyclone Gabrielle to exceed $10 billion, on par with the Christchurch earthquakes of 2011.
We know that more government support is going to be required. We've got to work carefully through what that looks like.
So far, $25 million of government funding has been allocated to farmers and businesses. A recovery task force will oversee specialist groups to advise on recovery and preventative measures. 145 additional police have also been stationed across Napier after complaints of looting.
We hear the message, we hear the concern, but we also just hear the heightened level of anxiety at the moment, because it's a really tough situation.
Jessica Maggio, Sky News.